بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله الطاهرين ورضي الله عن أزواجه وذرياته وأصحابه وأحبابه والتابعين وعنا معهم جميعا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. This is Muhammad bin Yahya Ninowy, and I want to wish you a very happy Ramadan, very blessed Ramadan to you, to your families, to your loved ones, to your neighbors, to the whole humanity. May this Ramadan come and heal humanity and alleviate human sufferings everywhere and to everyone. And may Allah, the Creator of all, guide us all and bless us all. We've been talking about what we do in Ramadan, tips and spirituality of Ramadan, and things that we can do in Ramadan, things to revive and remember in Ramadan. One of the most important things in Ramadan is actually, especially nowadays, is lowering our gaze. Lowering our gaze. Meaning, we have become so desensitized lately because everything is out there for you. Everything is commercialized. Even the word love is commercialized, and everything, and it's abused and used and put in a context that defies its actual pure meanings, etc., etc., etc. Lakin, one thing that I think we should try to practice during the month of Ramadan is putting filters on the eyes and putting filters on the ears, both. So when the talk and the conversation is not going in the right direction, it's the month of Ramadan. Don't allow toxicity to go in and spoil your spiritual state that you're gaining from fasting. And when you see a sight that's not supposed to be seen, also don't allow it to go into your mind and spoil that purity that your mind has had in the month of Ramadan. These two acts of worship, yani filtering the ear and filtering what the eye sees, filtering what the ear hears, filtering what the eye sees, are acts of worship that people have lately have not paid attention to be honest with you. And it really is, it's a mandate in the Quran. Rabbul Alameen asks us to lower our gaze, and also that we should not, the Prophet ﷺ tells us in so many ways that we should not be an ear that hears everything that's said. We don't need to take in toxicity and negativity. In fact, the idea in Ramadan to keep yourself surrounded by positivity. Positivity, good thinking, husnul dhan, positive thinking, positive sights, and positive conversations. This is so you can improve your experience in Ramadan, but not just that, because it's a mandate to lower your gaze. The mandate by Allah Azza wa Jal is to lower your gaze. The mandate is not to hear everything evil that's said. That's a mandate. And I think in Ramadan gives us an extra motive to practice that, because you don't want to ruin the reward of your fasting by seeing something that you're not supposed to be seeing, or by hearing something that you're not supposed to be hearing. Why ruin the reward, the potential reward of your fast? That's very important. One other thing I want to mention here, other than the ear and the eye, filtration to the ear and the eye, also filtration to the tongue. And that is something the Prophet ﷺ himself told us, that in khasamahu ahad, if someone fights with you or argues with you on the day of Ramadan, during the day of Ramadan, you should say to yourself, Allahumma inni sa'im. Oh Allah, I am fasting. You tell yourself that because when someone wrongs you, you have an urge to respond, especially when you're wronged. But as if the Sunnah wants to tell you, you don't need to respond. You don't need to respond. Tell yourself, Allahumma inni sa'im. Ya Allah, I am fasting. So I am submitting to you. You are the all just, and suffice are you as a witness and a judge. That's all. Allah is the most just of all of us. So keep that in mind. You don't have to dignify everyone with a response or an answer, especially when you are fasting. Watch your tongue. Watch what your tongue says, what your ear hears, and what your eye sees. Watch that. And the point here that I want to share with you, my dear beloved brothers and sisters, is purity, is innocence. That Ramadan affords us an opportunity to be in touch with that purity. And that's the best thing that we can do. Because the more you hear and you see and you say, you take all that in you and you put it all inside of you, and you become filled with that kind of whatever it is stuff that you're hearing and seeing. And therefore, you reflect that often. That because you always reflect that which you have. Be among those who watch what they hear, watch what they see, and watch what they say. And in that, the antidote, be present with Allah. Use your tongue, your mind, your ears, your eyes to remember Allah and His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Kun dhakiran lillahi fi kulli hal. Be amongst those who have dhikr of Allah in every state, because those who are dhakirs are those who are faiz, yani those who are successful. الذاكرون فازوا بخيري الدنيا والآخرة. Those who remember Allah Azza wa Jal will be successful in the dunya and will be successful also in the akhirah. In Ramadan, practice these things. This is a school, like we said, Ramadan is a school of, it's a school in and of itself. It's refinement school. And that's a school of refinement. May Allah Ta'ala bless us all to practice what we hear and what we know. And may you remain always blessed. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.